Deceased Dead Planet issue 4 finds a boom tube opening in Ivy's garden, prompting the heroes to get ready for a battle. Out of the tube comes Constantine, Detective Chimp, and Mr. Miracle. Batman appears behind John, scaring the man and knowing it's not a good idea to be opening explosive portals in the middle of a sanctuary. John says that they are literally called boom tubes and he could always change them to a soothing ocean sound, but the new gods are always about that awe. Batman meets with Mr. Miracle, who notes the hero got shorter as the heroes assemble, learning from Bobo that they can use Metron's Mobius chair to learn the secret to the cure that lays within Cyborg's head. But Dr. Fate knows that Metron is one of the fastest entities in existence and they can't just catch him. Gordon knows that they will need to lure him to one place and the heroes have something that he would want, Madame Xanadu's crystal ball, which John artfully stole from the woman. Scott knows that this could work, wanting to take Cyborg to New Genesis, but he's not sure how he'll be received by his kin. Superman plans on joining him, asking others suited for space if they would like to come along. He asks where Dinah is, learning from Harley that Green Lantern wasn't allowed in thanks to her undead husband, so she left and is probably feeling a little guilty for stabbing John through the undead Wonder Woman. John heads out into the Dead City to find her, with Mary Marvel tagging along, reassuring John that while he thinks he's okay, lots of others have said the exact same thing in this world and been turned into mindless zombies, and besides, he's been gone a long time and there are other dangers out there he's not aware of. Soon they find Dinah, who is happy to see that Superman is still alive. She hugs John, who tells her that she couldn't have known that he was alive. Mary asks why she's out there on her own, but Dinah reveals she isn't, showing them the imprisoned zombie Oliver. John knows they can bring the dead back since there's a cure and they are going after a god for it, so they could really use her help. Dinah says she can't just leave Oliver in this world, and Mary says that she doesn't need to, knowing that she can get around Ivy and have Dr. Fate protect Oliver. The team get ready to head through the boom tube as Batman tells Cassie and John to come back, since if only one of them does, he might misplace his anger and direct it at the survivor. Cassie loves an emotionally aware Batman, kissing Damian as the team leave through the portal to New Genesis. Arriving on the world, the team are met by Lightray, who thought Scott was too good for them, surprised to see him there. Orion arrives, demanding to know why they brought Cyborg with them since he's the reason why all this begun, hitting his brother in the face. Scott gets back up and Orion hits him again, demanding his brother get back up again. This continues until Superman gets involved, smashing Orion in the face and knocking him out cold. Highfather soon arrives, saying that he was deeply saddened to hear of Barda's death, but Cassie says condolences might be a bit premature, since they can maybe save everyone with a cure. Scott tells Highfather about the need for the Mobius chair, wanting him to call for Metron. Highfather says that he might not come since no man rules Metron. Scott reveals the crystal ball he has, but Highfather thinks it won't matter since he will not give up his chair. Scott intends on building a trap for Metron, so Highfather agrees to call him, wanting to show Scott something else first. Scott is shown his son Jacob, who has grown since he last met him 5 years prior. Highfather knows that happens when they abandon their children, but Scott is adamant he didn't abandon him. He brought the child to New Genesis so he would be protected. Highfather brings up Barda, which angers Scott, who blames himself for what happened to her. He says that he cannot give his son what he deserves, saying Highfather gave him up to Darkseid to prevent a war, and he did what was right. Highfather knows that his wife doesn't seem to think that, and giving up Scott was his greatest regret. He tells his son that he cannot escape his responsibility, urging him not to give up on Jacob, since with Darkseid gone, Jacob may very well rule the universe one day, and Scott should be his main influence. Or does the man want Lightray or Orion to rub off on him? Scott definitely doesn't want that, and Highfather knows that Scott feels guilt over what happened to Barda, so he feels like he cannot be the boy's father. But he is worthy of the job and he can escape to it. Scott says that he's going to bring Barda back, so Highfather tells him whether or not he succeeds, Scott has to come back for Jacob and take that part of Barda with him. Heading to the destroyed Apocalypse, Scott waits for Metron, told by Superman that he can see the being coming. Metron arrives, knowing all about the crystal ball, which Scott offers him. Metron knows that it's simple earth magic, however it is tied to something much older. The being wants it, but before he can take it, the heroes rush to subdue him, but the being is able to throw Green Lantern and Mr. Miracle away, breaking free of his bonds and escaping on his chair, but Superman and Mary Marvel give chase, with John getting the being to stop, saying he never wanted to fight. John says they need the chair for a moment, since Earth is being consumed by the anti-life equation. Metron doesn't care about what's happening to Earth, but Mary says that he's one of the most intelligent beings ever, and if they fail to contain this evil, then what happens to knowledge? Metron knows knows they probably should have opened with that, wanting to use the crystal ball since there is something in the future he needs to know. Scott says that he can use it if Cyborg can use the chair, so Cyborg is placed on the chair, overcome with knowledge of a war with existence that has yet to come. Focusing on the cure, Victor learns he needs to recode his own blood since the equation lies within it. Superman thanks Metron, who uses the crystal ball, immediately saying that he cannot be there, escaping quickly after giving the crystal ball back to Cassie. Dinah finds it quite ominous that Metron saw the future and immediately ran away, so the team leave the area as well, as Black Racer watches over the remains of Apocalypse, which soon explode open, revealing the anti-life Darkseid. The enraged being rains down on New Genesis as Highfather rushes to see the commotion, finding Orion has been beaten to death by the unliving Darkseid. Deceased Dead Planet issue 4 took the story to the stars, revealing some scary new threats for our heroes to deal with, as well as progressing the cure plot at a pretty nice pace. Mr. Miracle got a lot of love this issue, continuing his story from the Good Day to Die one-shot and giving him something extra to live for in that of his son. In fact, everyone kind of really got a little moment this issue, from Cassie and Damian's budding relationship kind of being revealed to a lot of the cast here, to John settling into his role as Superman like it was nothing. The big revelation this issue was obviously Darkseid's return, empowered with the anti-life now, which I gotta say, kudos to Tom Taylor for waiting this long to use him and bring him back. I knew it was bound to happen, and it happened in such a really frightful way where Tom used characters like Metron and the Black Racer to sort of sell that this is kind of like an oh shit moment, like they only come out when the worst things in the universe ever happen, so to bring them out in this issue when he comes back is just really great use of characters within this universe. The next issue cannot come quick enough. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.